G'day, welcome to this video. It's been a while since I've uploaded anything, and apologies for my eyes. I have COVID, which is heaps of fun. This is your boy Ninja, and I'm just going to talk about a video game called Walkabout. Now, you probably don't know this game. It's not the most popular game. It was previously known as Outback Survival, and it has a maximum player count of around 1 every few days on the Steam charts. The highest total player count was apparently 5 back in 2019. But, you know, it's a relatively unknown game, but thought I'd talk about it a little bit, because it does something a little bit special. In 2019, I purchased this game on sale. It was $5 on sale for 75 cents. So I thought I'd give it a go. It's a survival game set in Australia, something different. And at the time, it was meant to encompass all of Australia in a scaled down map. Shortly after that, it was downgraded to just being a map of Tasmania, and now apparently it's a map of a 7 square kilometre creek in Tasmania, I believe. And it's called Cockle Creek. Here's the Steam page for it. It's another one of those survival games, but set in Tasmania, so something a little different. It's meant to come out in a year and a half. It's been in development since 2018, or sorry, it was released on Steam in 2018, so it's been out on Steam for 7 years now. And it was not in the best state to begin with. I mean, you look at these screenshots, it doesn't look too bad, does it? It's all right. Little something. I mean, there's none of the systems really. I mean, a little bit here. You know, whatever. I've given it a negative review here, but you'll find out why shortly. Now, there's a few things that are a little bit special about this game. If you look at the system requirements down here, you'll notice suspiciously absent is anything about anything other than Intel and NVIDIA. It's nothing about AMD CPUs or AMD GPUs or Intel. No. Apparently, the minimum requirement to play this game is an RTX 4080 with frame generation. So this is where the little bit special comes in. And an Intel i9 with 8 cores, 3.6 gigahertz. And when this game came out, the requirement was something like a quad core with 4 gigs of VRAM, GPU, and I think that was about it, really. It was very low memory count as well. But this frame generation is required is something I've never seen in any video game before. I've never heard of any game that's requiring you to use frame generation. And if you know anything about frame generation, you know why that's a little bit suspect. Frame generation, if you don't know, is the process of AI, GPU AI, that will create fake frames to make it look like there's a higher FPS than there actually is. So it will take your base frame rate, say you have 30 frames without frame generation. It will then lower that by a few frames to make the frame generation. So it'll put it down to, say, 25 or 26 frames. And then it will multiply that by AI trying to interpolate between the real frames. So you'll get double or quadruple or however many times fake frames you want, depending on what process of frame generation you use. There's software you can use to do it as well, like lossless scaling and other things. And NVIDIA has quad frame generation available. So your 26 frames will become 52, will become 104. But you'll still have the input latency as if you're playing with 25, 26 frames. And it will look a bit weird, those AI frames, similar to AI upscaling with using a low resolution and upscaling it to a higher resolution with AI. It's frame generation is the same, but with your frame rate. So it's not really the frame rate. It's just pretending. Apparently, frame generation can be all right if you've got, say, 100, 150 frame rate to begin with to then multiply. But I mean, at that point, what's the point? So anyway, this interesting frame generation is required. I wonder how that happens. So the latest update, I haven't played this since 2019, but I saw a new update. It's been an entire year. Don't look at me. In March 2025, microfix. March 2025, 1.6.5. That was the last major update. It was a year and a quarter ago. I hadn't touched the game since 2019. And here is 1.66. More accurate Cockle Creek world, improved performance, new identity, changed the name from Outback Survival, which is still got the name there, to Walkabout. Major performance gains with DLSS, that's AI upscaling, not with real frames. Real world environment accuracy and a new ocean tide simulation system. So here's the crux of the matter. The update includes significant performance improvements. Frame generation is not optional. It is now a requirement for play. The main menu includes logic that prevents unsupported hardware from playing the game. And the text beneath the title will explain whether your system is unsupported or simply needs frame generation enabled. Support for AMD hardware and FSR frame generation will be added once FSR being AMD frame generation, will be added once I'm able to acquire an AMD machine for development and testing. So this developer has been making a game for 8 years, and doesn't own an AMD GPU to program on, to figure out how to enforce this frame generation. So because of that, they're excluding unsupported hardware, and it's intentional. So people like me with an AMD GPU, or if you have an Intel GPU, you just can't run the game anymore. It doesn't matter how much you paid for it, when you bought it. You're locked out. You need to buy an NVIDIA GPU if you want to play it. Unless you want to wait, potentially a year and a year and a quarter, or however long it'll take for this guy to save up for an AMD GPU and figure out how to enable frame generation for it, to force you to run frame generation for it. I don't know any titles ever that's required people to use frame generation. That's a first. It's a landmark in gaming. Apparently, restricting people from playing the game if they have an AMD or Intel system, or they have less than an NVIDIA 4080. I don't know if it does stop you from playing the game if you don't have a 4080 or higher, but that's the minimum requirement according to the Steam page. So presumably if you have under a 4080 or 4070 Ti, no, doesn't cut it. This is to protect the user experience. So I guess that means it runs so bad that you'll just be angry. So just don't even try. We're just not going to let you try. And it also helps players stay within their 2-hour refund window. Now, this is kind. This is very kind. If their system cannot run the game properly, so it's so badly optimized, it's going to run like dog water, but you might accidentally keep running it like dog water for over 2 hours, and then you're just not going to be able to get your refund. It's going to be more difficult for you. So he's being very kind and stopping you from playing it at all, so you immediately refund it instead of after 2 hours and 5 minutes, and run the risk of not getting your money back. Because there's just so many people buying this game and just playing it that little bit too long, and then realizing that it's not really optimized well enough to keep playing. So yeah, all environment design in this update has been completed using real-world data. This brings the region much closer to the real Cockle Creek area and how it appeals in the real world. Beaches in the creek are now the correct shape and in the correct location. All walking trails, roads, driveways, and forward drive tracks match their real world paths. The new tidal system simulates realistic tides using actual tide data. That's good, it's kind of like how you play GTA and it feels like you're really in LA or you're really in New York or whatever. Yeah, that's kind of cool. From here on, updates will be pushing realism, making it look and feel as close to the real place as possible. Just keep this in mind. We're going for realism now. So yeah, just remember when I start playing this, we're looking at realistic graphics here. It's going to be as realistic as possible. We've upgraded to Unreal Engine 5.7 and got the performance improvements that have come with that. We redesigned the post effects to improve performance. Removed the 3D resolution option from the settings menu. Don't know what that's about. Added DLSS, added NIS, added frame generation, distance-based optimizations to landscape material, etc., etc. 3D scanned rock meshes, physically accurate mineral color profiles. So yeah, a lot of work's obviously gone into it because anyway, a little update here, 1.66 microfix. Patch simply removes the compatibility lockout. And that's I have to say it's probably my fault that that's happened because I got a little bit upset that I had to boot up the new update and was unable to play it because I have an AMD GPU. It's a little bit, a little bit anti-consumer to say only NVIDIA owners can play the game because he can't afford an AMD GPU and the developer and doesn't know how to program frame generation for it without it. And until he saves up to buy one, he's just going to lock all AMD users out because can't have you playing his game without frame generation. So yeah, that's nice. I was trying to get it refunded through Steam, but they were giving me a bit of a hard time. I was getting close to the finish line, and I think the developer realized it wasn't a good look to lock people out from playing the game. He locked my discussion thread about it when someone else replied to it, and he reversed it, which is the right thing to do. You buy a game and you can't, under Australian consumer law, eight years after you release a game that's available for certain people, you can't for all different systems. You can't say only this particular hardware vendor is supported. We only support Intel CPUs. We don't support AMD CPUs or whatever as an example. Anyway, let's look how amazing this game is. Have a look at some of these historical screenshots. We'll go back in time a bit. That looks incredible. This is gaming, folks. February 2019. Here's one of my screenshots from 2019. See just absolutely incredible graphics. Crashed after taking this screenshot. See the enemies here, pretty cool. It's kind of what you expect to see in Australia. It's your average Australian drop bear right there. This is a post-apocalyptic game, so that's your Aussies right there. That's what we've become. It's what we're going to be dealing with in a few years' time. Outstanding game. Yeah, look, it's got reflections, got a gun, you can collect water. There's heaps going on. You know, some systems here. Here's a kangaroo. High quality graphic there. Looks like a PS1 rabbit. Here's the developer himself, Slim Waffle, and one of his screenshots. Here you can see when was this made? To March 2019. So apparently, I just missed these different type of zombie models. You got different zombies there. Looks like a female Aussie, and third person view. Not bad, not too shabby. Some trees, some rocks, some water. Doesn't particularly look like Australia to me, but it's early days. Still working on it. It's a whole line of chicks. Blood splatter effect there on the third person camera. It's like a hatchet, an axe. Some more of my screenshots here. Incredible graphics. Just I just had to take so many screenshots because it was such a incredible graphics, just so beautiful. Kind of like in games where you sort of see the reflection off in the distance of trees on the water, stretching off into infinity. So yeah, I've got some logs, I got a piece of fruit, a couple of axes. My health's going, but happy days. Whole bunch of stuff. Cardboard helmet. Can't remember if I was building this or if I just stumbled across it, but it's been a while since I played it. Probably tried to give it a go. Built a little place. Bit of the night sky there from El Nino. He's enjoying the sunset, obviously. John Stick's having fun there. He's built up a crazy place. He's massive. Look at this guy's massive place. It's a mansion. This guy's proud of his shanty town as well, obviously. He's wearing the cardboard suit. Shabby at all. There's some trees going out of the water. Well, okay. Sorry. Didn't realize there was nudity in this game. Was not warned about that. You can see when it was based in Australia rather than Tasmanian. I've updated the player model here. It's going to get a bit more fancy. Player's a woman now, apparently. Another woman. You got a backpack. Different gun. It's supposed to be Aussie town, but kind of looks a bit like an asset flip there. Doesn't really look like an Aussie building. Graphics look a little better. I guess because he has a dollar sign above his head. He's a vendor of some type. It's the middle of the night, but he's wearing sunglasses. Probably a vampire. The light's a bit bright for him. Flashlight. Lovely bit of motion blur there. This guy's getting a bit more realistic. Not bad. A bit of advertising for a streamer that supports the game. Something calling Coca-Cola crack. Because, Coke is like cocaine, so I guess in the apocalypse, it's called crack. Pretty funny. Here's one of my mates playing the game below, checking out the sick emu. New building type, and my latest screenshot here. When the play button was removed, and you just see this pretty beach, and you do not meet the recommended requirements instead of a play button. So that was pretty upsetting to me. I wanted to check back in, see how it was going. I wasn't allowed. It's horrible. Me has an AMD GPU, AMD CPU. Just, I mean, honestly, I think that's meant to say you do not meet the minimum requirements, not the recommended requirements. Because if you go back to the store page, and if you want this game now, you'll be paying a bit more than me. You'll be paying $7.60, not $5. Like when it came out first, gone up with inflation, and the increased quality. So you're paying a bit more now. But yeah, the recommended requirements here is a 5070. So yeah, I wouldn't mind a 5070 Ti personally. If I had money, I'd probably get a 5070 Ti. But fortunately, I've got an RX 6700. I got an AMD card. I don't mind it. Does the job. But just missing out on that AMD frame generation and DLSS 4. But I don't like AI, so AI upscaling or AI frame generation, so I'm not too upset. But it's a bit anti-consumer to say you can't run it because you haven't got an RTX 5070 or a 4080. So you got to have you can't have an AMD or an Intel. You got to have an NVIDIA GPU to run this game. But I know it seems a little bit steep to me that a 4080. Just a year ago, the requirement was a 2080. And when I bought it, like I said, it was like a 4 gigabyte VRAM card and a quad core CPU. So it definitely has increased in requirements over the years. But anyway, that's enough yabbering on. Let's get into it. You can't see my frame rate here, but I'm on the lowest settings because I don't meet the minimum requirements. But I hate AI, so I'm on the native upscaling. Not I don't know what NIS is, but stay on the native. What does NIS give me anyway? 58 FPS, still the same. I don't know what it is. I don't want to know. We'll stay on native. Anyway, I want to give it, the best chance to run. So I'll show you the frame rate. You can see it up here too. We'll delete the save, get a new game going. Doesn't it look beautiful? Remember to boil your dirty water before drinking it. That's obviously good advice for anyone. I'm very excited. This is the first time I played this game in 7 years. Looks like the graphics are a lot better now. It's 22 FPS. And it sure does look like the menu and the screenshots. Stunning beach. Takes me back to growing up on the beach. I grew up down the coast in Melbourne on the bay. This is exactly what it looked like. There was a bit of stuff in the background though. There was some mountains and hills and stuff, but I don't know what that fella's doing. No, I don't want to exit. I just want to know what the inventory button is. It's an I. Jeez, look at all this stuff. Incredible. How do I make a generator? You just have to guess what it is. It's like 10 kitchen sinks, 10 other types of sink, blue sinks, one cracked glass jar, 30 books, and level 40. Everything seems, well, sorry, that seems to be made up of 10 sinks, 10 other sinks. And your sinks are important in this game. You want to make anything technological? Thought that was a rock, but apparently it's steel. You know, your average wood and stone and one muscle. Oh, let's go say hi to this bogan fella. Apparently these are enemy bogans. Well, sorry, rednecks, apparently, but do they just becoming naked randomly? I was not warned about nudity. Do I have X-ray vision? We're still at 20 FPS on the lowest settings. Like I see now why he wanted frame generation enabled. Hey, what are you doing? I'm not a threat. Why are they trying to shoot me? Why aren't they shooting each other? Well, they just shooting something near me. Because I'm not getting injured. Oh, they're a Satanist. No wonder they're trying to shoot me. They're just angry, evil people. Very bad shot. I feel very threatened. Can't even look at them, they just keep moving. At least you're keeping your pants on now. That's something. Give me that. Give me that gun. You're being a bit rude. Yeah, I'm gonna bash you to death, mate. Evil Satanist. Too many guns in this country. So easy to get a gun in Australia. I don't know why you got one. Stop bloody moving, mate. Take it. Bloody take it. See, I'm indestructible. Your gun can't do nothing, mate. You might as well just hand it over. You're wasting your time trying to not give me your gun. You don't deserve the gun, you bloody Satanist. Too many Satanists in Tassie, that's what I've always said. They just got something down there in the water. I guess there's nothing else to do in Tassie, so you end up turning to Satanism eventually. Sorry to my Tasmanian friends. I don't know if you're Satanists, but... Oh, they sure do take a few hits though. They are built pretty strong down there. They got good food and water and the meat, the milk, the cheese. It's all pretty good quality down there. So they just disappear. That's a figment of my imagination. I did set corpse stay to probably negative 10 seconds though. And I do not have any kind of weapon. That's kind of sad. It was all for naught. And you can't change settings in game. But it automatically saves, so I think it should be fine to exit now. Not that we've done much. See if we can turn the corpses up a bit. Okay, I'm thinking of a different game. There is no corpse stay. That's it. They just disappear. You can't loot them. That's a bit disappointing. Wow, lots of languages. Something about the Bureau of Meteorology. I guess they helped make the game. No, no mouse sensitivity setting, sadly. You move the camera with the mouse. That's rather unique. Swim up, swim down, crouch, sprint, interact. Menu. There is no menu. It just says exit or not. Fire mode is B. What is that? That's meant to be X. Should always be X. Venery tab. To press it 3 times to make it actually work. Item action. Oh, pretty simple. I don't know about you, but I'm having an amazing time right now. This is huge updates for this game coming from 7 years ago. It's an entirely different game now. I mean, we can swim as well. Go into this beautiful water. Collect some dirty water there. We got a plastic bottle somehow. I don't know. I guess it's just post-apocalyptic Australia, just full of plastic bottles everywhere in the ocean. So you're all right for that. You don't need to collect the bottles; they're just floating around everywhere. Okay. No fishies, sadly. Just a nice little beach. I think I saw a dog there off in the distance. Must be a dingo, mate. Better not take me baby. Maybe it's just a head running around. Now, I don't really know where to go since human psychology is that you usually would go left. So I like to go right often. So I'm using up my stamina, getting hungry, getting thirsty. All the survival elements are coming out. Yeah, no, that is a dog running around over there. For some reason, I think I probably can't pad it. Oh, look, my frame rate's gone up, 26 FPS. We're rocking now. I mean, single player game, 20 to 26 FPS, not that bad. I wish I could turn it up to the highest graphic option so you can see how beautiful it is, but we're going to have to live with it as it is, sadly. I mean, this doesn't particularly look like an Aussie beach, but whatever. The pop-in's a little disconcerting. Sort of ruins the immersion a little bit. If you could actually see something on the beach other than just brown, it might be good. Because I mean, you can see off in the distance here. There's all this stuff is here. Oh, it's not like it couldn't render something in. It just has chosen not to. Yeah, well, that rock just popped in. If I turn the settings down too low. Okay, there's no settings for distance. All right, let's just crank everything epic, see how good it gets, see what my frame rate's like. Oh, look, it just looks amazing on the menu already. Epic. Epic. Oh, view distance. There we go, view distance. That's what we're after. Oh, 20 FPS on the menu. That's not looking good. Cook raw meat before eating it. That's another good piece of advice. Generally, you do not want to be eating raw meat, kids. You might get worms. You might get bacteria. Whoa. Okay. So there is stuff here. It's not just brown. We're rocking an incredible 2 FPS or 1 FPS according to the in-game counter. I got 2 on Steam. Wow. Okay. So you can play the game at 25 FPS and see nothing, or you can play the game at 4 FPS and see something. Okay, we're playing a slideshow. Now I see frame generation at 4 FPS isn't really going to help you much. The thing is, I have a mid-range GPU. It's no 4080, I'll say that, but I mean, you're asking a lot of people to need a 480 to play a $7 game. Hey, but at least I can look at it now. The developer has allowed me to look at the game. A wise man once said, "Graphics do not make a game good," and I'll stick with that. So fighting that zombie was pretty crappy. Oh, sorry, he wasn't a zombie. I'm thinking of the old game. Thinking of the 2019 version. He was a redneck, an Aussie redneck with a gun in Tassie with a Satanist t-shirt, Baphomet or something on it. And pretty as this is, I kind of like. I haven't played a game at 3 to 4 FPS since 22 years ago. 22 years ago, I played a game called New World Order, and my machine did not like it. But again, the developer did not lock me out from playing it. I could play it at 4 FPS, so I played it at 4 FPS. You'll turn it down at 1980, 1920, 1080. That should work a bit better. Hopefully, full. We'll leave it bordered. Now, the funny thing is, I mean, you turn everything down here, and it's still visible though. Foliage. See, there's still foliage, there's still trees. So I don't know why it just disappears. We'll leave it on high view distance. Want to actually see something. It's a little sad though. It feels like you can't actually be damaged by anything. I will admit I loaded it once before going on this video, and everything's disappeared. No, loading finished. It says. Okay. We got something. Anyway, I'll finish that thought. I started playing, and there was a dog in the water, and the dog started biting me. So the dogs can attack you. The humans cannot, apparently. So let's figure out what setting you need to actually use to be able to view anything. I mean, medium foliage. The low foliage is just nothing. Is that what it is? Okay. Low foliage is no foliage. Gotcha. God, we're rocking now. This is optimization at its finest. Look at that lighting. Look at that shadow. Feel like I'm in a LSD fever dream. 10 FPS in the dark. Unreal Engine 5 at its finest. This is why you upgrade to Unreal Engine 5. It's for this kind of amazing game quality and optimization. Now the secret for me to play at 4 FPS was everywhere in the game you had to go crouch so you could shoot people because you're rendering slightly slower. I mean, you're moving slower, so the screen has a little bit more time to get that half a frame extra. Holy crap! Feel like I'm on mushrooms or acid already. I have no idea what's going on. Hello, redneck. You just got blanks in your gun, don't you? It's just a cap gun. You just doing your thing. I mean, I guess it is 4:55 p.m. I don't know what time the sun sets. In Tassie at this time of year. Oh, it's April, 6th of April. Okay, so we're still in. It's just before the end of daylight savings. So I don't know if in the post-apocalyptic Australia we still have daylight savings, but yeah, we should have a couple hours of light still. It's pretty dark for 5 p.m. I'll tell you that. This is the Great Australian Giant Tree. I forget the Latin name for it, but it's the biggest tree we have in Australia. They grow to 300 meters tall, and they can grow about 100 meters wide, as you can see here. They're pretty amazing. It's incredible to see this captured in a video game for the first time. Look at that branch. Look at that branch. It just goes on forever. You can. I like these trees as a kid because you could climb onto it and just like walk out on those branches for hundreds, literally over 100 meters, and just be hanging off the edge. You had to be very careful not to fall off and die because it was so high up and so far out. But I mean, they're such big, strong trees. You can generally rely on them. I mean, obviously, without OBS running, I'd maybe get an extra 3 frames. But 10 frames, it's playable. Single player game where rednecks are just not trying to hurt you. It's definitely playable. Well, 5:40 p.m. and it is dark. Okay, now I am in a fever dream. 5:42 p.m. in Tassie. It is dark. It is very very dark. Uh, yeah. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do except for wait for daylight now. I guess there's a bit of sunset there. Can follow that. No idea where I'm going. Another giant. Oh no, wait, that's a giant tree. Whoa. Okay. Full moon tonight. Wonder if it's a full moon every night in the future in the apocalypse. Um, is time moving slower now that it's nighttime? That's going to take quite a while to get to daylight again. Now, I've lived in Australia all my life. I have never seen that many stars in the sky, but maybe in post-apocalyptic Tassie, that's what it looks like. Got no light pollution to stop anything. Again, feel a little bit like I'm on some kind of drug. Okay, I have no idea what that noise was, but possum or something, but I don't know where it is. I'm not gonna be able to eat it. It's depressing coming back to reality after that. You know, it's just such a beautiful drug-induced psychosis. Turn these shadows down. I don't like shadows. Low lighting, maybe that'll help better. Low reflection. We don't need reflections. Medium text, the low textures, that might help it run. Shading low. We just need medium foliage. We've got to be actually see something. Effects low. View distance medium. Let's low view distance, see if that actually still works. We're optimizing here. Again, max frames. Just so you know, I'm on a 5700 X3D and 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, 3200 MT, and an RX 6700 with 10 gigabytes of VRAM. So you can got flashbanged. You can sort of just see what it's going to be like on your system. Okay, we're rocking up to just randomly flipping around. I don't know why, but anywhere from 7 to 18 FPS, 19 we saw. It's I have no idea why it's going up and down. I'm not doing anything. Well, we're up to 22. Self-optimizing. Okay. So okay, staring at the ground, you get a little bit of ambient occlusion, but whoa, not enough to actually see where I'm going. Seven PM, we've only got looks like it's 3 seconds for every in-game minute, so oh, that must be a bat. I don't know. 600, 660, 720. Seven twenty times 3, 2160. It's 2160 divided by 60. 16 by 6. So by my estimates, I'm going to be sitting here about 20 to 30 minutes waiting for daytime. Okay. Hey, I'm headed back to the ocean. That's where I came from. Like, I'll give it that if you could optimize it to not run like dog water, the foliage and stuff is decent enough. I mean, I don't know if it looks realistically like Tasmania. I don't think they're like bespoke 3D tree models or anything like that, but it's not too bad once you turn it off low foliage and the foliage actually appears. But 16 FPS on lowest settings. We're at 1920 by 1080p now. Not even at native monitor resolution. I guess I could turn it down even lower. Let's see what the lowest resolution we can do is. Oh, no, roadmap is not where we want to go. $18 by 600. It has been a very long time since I played a game in this resolution, but let's give it a go. I reckon at least 20 years since I've lowered my resolution that far. I mean, sure, I play old Nintendo games still, so it's like 240p or whatever, but uh, does the resolution not actually go down? I don't think the resolution went down. And it's not changing the window. Okay, it has to be windowed mode. Is full screen mode work? Okay, full screen mode works. Is this going to look very, very small in this video? Let me just move myself. Let's see how low we can go. Yeah, it's bugged out now. Can't. Doesn't know where I'm clicking things. Does not know where I'm clicking things. Oh, let's give it another go. Excuse the sound of my cat playing with the cat litter. We're getting there. We're going to get over 15 FPS. I feel it. We're actually going to get good frame rates at 800 by 600 resolution. This is the future of gaming right here. Yeah. So yeah, I can't actually click anything. I'm getting 105 FPS, which is awesome, but it's not scaling. Where? Okay, it thinks I'm over here. Okay. Phew. We're gonna get this. We're gonna figure it out. It's all gonna be worth it. Yeah, that's me playing this game. I'm just in it. Okay. Okay, now we're rocking. Still getting like 87 FPS now, so windowed mode it is. Oh no. I haven't set the sound correctly. You haven't been able to hear the glorious sound this whole stream. That's terrible. Oh no. Oh no. It's set on a different game. There you go, Jesus. I mucked this up, didn't I? Why am I still getting 20 FPS? And why is it daytime again? I lose my save file. Did I click the delete button accidentally? I must have. That's disappointing. We were doing so well. Let's get this optimized. There we go. Now we're gaming. Let me just expand this. You can see kind of what I see. A bit better. Go. See in all its fucking glory. Too fucking good, mate. You can see it better than I can see it now. It's about 1/9 of my screen size. Back in the old days, you'd play games like this, like, 300 res or whatever, and it would just put black bars around your whole screen. Wow, 60 FPS now. Now we're optimized. Okay. Oh well, we had 60 FPS. Now we're at 27 for some reason. I don't know why. Oh well, we've doubled our frame rate. Apart from the hitching, still down to 8 FPS. I mean, you can see why you need a 4080 at minimum. Kind of need a magnifying glass to play this, I think. Okay, I can full screen the window. I don't know if that's just gonna mess everything up for you though. You won't be able to see it properly. Let's see. That, then yeah, that's gonna work better. And we're still at 20 something. Incredible. I mean, honestly, I can't really tell a huge difference between 1440p and 600p in this game. And it still looks half decent. 8 FPS though. But we're back to there being nothing over here. It's just no, it's just the pop in. It's just the distance. Okay. I guess this is set in a creek, so we're not going to actually see any buildings. Just giant Tassie trees and stuff. Let's just see how far we can go before it gets dark in like 4 hours in game time. I don't know. I keep getting stuck on nothing. Like something here there's something invisible there. I'm pushing forward. It's not going over it. Is that rock over here? No, the rock is there as well. So big I can't even jump over it. Okay. So there's lots of times like that where I'd think I was like here. It's all over the place. Like there's just invisible things. So weird latency. Even just crouching has like third of a second latency or something like that. But 24 FPS can do that to you, I guess, but not normally. There's just invisible things bloody everywhere. And again. Anytime you see me randomly stop somewhere in the middle of like there, it's because there's invisible crap. You know, I don't see anything that should be stopping me. And again. And again. This is a joy to play. Truly one of the games of the year. Another one of these giant trees. I don't know if this is intentional. Is there meant to be out of scale trees? Whoa! You can't climb them, sadly. They're just. Oh wait, maybe. No, you can't climb them. They just disappear when you go inside them. A man can dream to climb a giant tree, but no, you're not allowed. Like I know there are big trees in Tasmania, but they're not normally that thick in the badunkadunk. This is some redwood sequoia action here. Like, unfortunately, no, and I can't even bloody get there. There's just invisible walls everywhere. And unfortunately, no, in Tasmania we do not have sequoia trees that are like 50 bloody meters around. Why are they all falling over? Why are these giant trees all dead? And it's gone. Like it never existed. Pop in. Pop out. Poof. I mean, at least the sound is decent. Like, sounds like it's actually been a field recording of a creek. I'll give Waffle Soft that. Hey, we have confirmation of aliens. I better hurry, it's 3:08 p.m. We're going to be lost soon in the dark. I have no idea what direction I'm going. I don't think the sun moves across the sky, nor does the moon. So, all rednecks and a dingo, I guess. Are there dingoes in Tasmania? I wonder. Let me look that up. Tasmania has always been entirely dingo-free. Dingoes arrived on the Australian mainland thousands of years after Tasmania was separated from the mainland by rising sea levels because they were unable to cross the ocean. It's always been entirely dingo-free. The lack of dingoes is precisely why native marsupial apex predators like the extinct thylacine, aka the Tassie tiger, and the Tassie devil, managed to survive in Tasmania for thousands of years after they vanished from the mainland. While Tasmania does have feral dogs that sometimes cause problems for native wildlife, the true dingo species does not exist in the wild there. Looks like a dingo to me, mate. That sounded like a snake. Well, there's a flower. It's the first thing I've seen. A giant fucking flower. Jesus fucking Christ, mate. That flower's the size of me head. Okay, I've never seen one of those. I've only been to Tassie a few times though, so you know, maybe I just haven't looked hard enough. Look at those fucking leaves though, Jesus fucking Christ. A leaf the size of a human laid out. And where the fuck is the dingo? Oh, I better stop dicking around. We only got an hour before it gets dark. I just feel like I'm tripping the whole time playing this. Like, you got the rings of Saturn. You got... It's like I'm playing Grounded. Just the little guy. It sounds like the dog's over this way, but... Wait. There's that same flower, but properly scaled. So, I mean, it's been 8 years of development. Game has a release date in a year and a half. Like, tell me, Chad, do you reckon, is this game going to be finished in a year and a half? Do you have faith? Like, maybe when they add the ability for the human enemies to actually injure you. Maybe when they figure out how to get rid of the invisible objects that are everywhere. Maybe when they figure out how to correctly scale the objects. Whoa! Maybe when they figure out how to get more than 19, 15 FPS. Whoa! That looks like an old flatmate of mine. He looked like looked like a baby head. Yeah, this guy has a bit more hair and is a bit skinnier than my old flatmate. At least this guy's not a Satanist, but you know, if there's anything like my old flatmate, he's not one to be a very good dude. Wasn't the best housemate, I'll say that. Old baby face. Okay, I'm going under the giant trees. Trying to. And where are these rednecks coming from or sleeping? They don't have homes, they just... In the post-apocalypse, you just walk around in your flannel looking for people to play shoot 'em up with. You're looking for people to shoot at with your cap gun. Here's another flannel wearer. What are you doing? Oh my god. I actually got shot somehow. And we have former Prime Minister Scott Morrison looking kind of a little upset. He hasn't been Prime Minister for a number of years now, so I guess that's still got to be updated to our current Prime Minister, whoever the Prime Minister is in 2027, as the Australian next federal election. May 2028, so you've only got one more update to go. Oh, we're back on the beach. We're in the exact same starting spot every time. And it's 5:23. It's going to be dark soon. No. I don't remember this though when I started playing. What, now you can shoot me, is it? Yeah, now they can shoot me for some reason. It just took about an hour for them to figure out how to do it. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, I'm getting wood. This game's giving me wood, frankly. Yeah, this is how you get stone, mate. Just crush that shit. This game is too advanced for me. It's just I don't know how you're meant to get fibers. Once again, this game is making me feel like I'm on some kind of hallucinogen with this rotating red flashing light. Not a good hallucinogen, like let's say we're on some salvia or something. I know I said LSD and then I said mushrooms, but let's just say it's salvia, because it's not the good kind of trip. Mushrooms and LSD, you can have fun. This trip, not so much. Knock, knock, knocking on a wooden door. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I mean, you can hear the amazing sound design. Like, I don't know if I want to replay this just to get that game audio the whole time. Just extrapolate what you're hearing right now to what was happening before, and there you go. It's exactly the same. I mean, whoa. Whoa, we got characters here. Jesus. I guess there's clothing we can't see there. How is the scaling wrong on both pictures? I mean, here they've got brown hair. Here it's like ginger. Here they look a little bit wider. Here they look very, very thin in the face. Not talking about like, you know, chubby. I'm saying like they've got like a wide face here and a crazy thin face here. Yeah. Does every woman have a nose ring? Well, I mean, can't really tell if that's a nose ring. It looks like a nose ring. Or is it just I just can't see? I swear that's a no. I can't select the top woman. She's unselectable. You can't have her. She's just too good. I mean, this guy looks like the most Aussie survivor. He looks like a bit of a fiend. I like how the water is brown. It's just very dirty water. It's from the ocean, but it's still brown, sandy. I don't know what the hand is. Plant fiber. Oh, you make the plant fiber. Okay. And plant fiber. I mean, does it just keep flashing red even though my health isn't going down? That's just to let me know that I'm injured. It's because we're going to do that forever. It's being abducted by aliens. It's got the red light spacecraft going on. Well, my cat's having fun. Kind of envious of her ripping at the couch at the moment. Kind of wish I was doing that. I have 33 plant fibers for some reason. And now I guess you get 3 plant fibers for every one you make. I swear it said 1 though. 1 plant fiber. 1 plant fiber. Okay. Whatever. What? 5 what? 5 health. 5 healing. How do I get to 5 healing level? Well, what does 5 healing level even mean? How can I heal? How can I learn how to get to level 5 healing level without healing anything? If this is the only thing I can use to heal, there's this giant thing. I need to be an attribute 5 healer to get a bandage to heal. Well, okay then. Level skill point. Oh, you pay for your skill points. Okay, so just fortitude. This is just too exciting for me, frankly. Is that the sink we need? This is 8 something. Making good use of the night time to figure out the inventory. I've healed myself, but I still have flashing red lights. Sometimes I'm getting like 500 experience. Sometimes I'm getting like 3 experience. Like it just goes up the more you do it. And goes back to 3 experience. I don't get it. And just hit rocks and become a master of the universe. Am I poisoned? I don't get it. I used a bandage. Oh, crikey. Now I'm poisoned. This can be seen. So, what is the red flashing light then if it's not poison? So I've healed my poison attribute, but I'm still tripping the hell out. Uh... This is just too exciting for me, frankly. We're only at 11:06 PM. Just use my auto run hotkey and probably get stuck on something, but I'll come back in like 20 minutes and see if it's daytime. just go do the dishes. Enjoy watching Game Trip out. going to be 2 hours in game time. All done. Ah, must have got bitten by another snake. I was thinking to myself, shut your honking. It's good when there's a game that reminds you need to do your house chores. It makes you think that it's probably preferable that you do that rather than playing it. And since this game was originally called Outback Survival, I'm guessing that they had to change the name to Walkabout, as the Outback denotes the the bush or the desert in the mainland of Australia. Outback, because Tassie's very small, so there's not really any outback. It's sort of like round the corner or just over there, mate. Yeah, I mean, at least walkabout kind of works for Tassie because I mean you can walk around it pretty quickly, frankly. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's supporting Pauline Hanson and Scott Morrison or if he doesn't like Pauline Hanson and Scott Morrison. Presumably he doesn't like them because they're both pretty hated figures. I mean, if you like Pauline, you probably don't like Scott Morrison. I'm guessing. I don't know. Maybe you think Scott Morrison's okay if you like Pauline as well, but probably not. So don't know what the politics are of having Australian divisive politicians in the death screen, but I was looking forward to seeing what happens in the daytime again. Whoa. Okay. So we've respawned. It's the same time. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, but kind of seems like you get injured and you can never get better again. You just got to play the rest of the game like this, even if you respawn. I mean, I've respawned and my health is still down a bit. I don't know why. All my stuff's gone, of course. At least it's almost daytime, but I was I just went and did the dishes to pass some time while I was waiting for daytime to come, but I guess those tricky snakes got me again. Maybe it's a dingo this time. Let a elusive Tassie dog. Am I underwater? Still being? I don't even know what's going on anymore. It's the water. If I jump, maybe the snakes can't get me. So, I was going to review this. What would it be? Probably, let's say 5 bags of popcorn and 1 cup of soda. It's definite 5 bagger. Yeah, 1 cup of soda for water. Water looks pretty good. Yeah, so it's out on Steam. $7.50, I think it was. You too want to play this amazing game? But my eyes have to adjust after staring at that. $7.60, sorry. Extra 10 cents, inflation. $7.60. He's got to pay GST on it, I guess. Well, it's like 10%, 76 cents is coming out, so he's getting $6.90, something like that. $6.80, 84, whatever it is. Minus your Steam cut, so you're getting a few bucks. So if you want to give the guy that made this over 8 years a few bucks, go on Steam, check out Walkabout. Whoa, okay, flashbanged. Those effects are not helping the frame rate, I don't think. 1% low is a little bit worse. But I don't know if I can be disciplined enough to keep playing this to build anything. Or I mean, I got that achievement. What else is there? I'm not surviving a whole day. I'm surprised that 30% of players got that achievement. I'm not going to. Oof.